And welcome back to another video.
Yes, welcome indeed. Back to our proper quality.
Yes, proper quality.
Wait. Image quality.
Image quality.
Yes. Gameplay quality. Always amazing.
Yes.
Okay, no, but seriously, honestly, I'm very excited for this video because we were there that night when it was recorded. Not that we watched it, so it is going to be a surprise for us, 90%. But apparently it was quite the game. So if you
very excited to see what happens.
If you check the duration of the video, you'll notice it's
quite long.
Yeah, so strap in because it's going to be a good one. Okay, so we got Kamy making his first appearance.
Yeah.
Actually, interesting. He only just started playing the game a few months ago, like 2 months, maybe 3 months ago. But he's taken to it quite well, and he knows what he's doing. So.
Yeah, so let's take a look at his deck here.
So this Enchantress is actually interesting because like we've kind of got a symbiotic relationship between you, me, and him with this Enchantress deck. Right? It started off like I was saying with that Great Famine and Black Plague and Lead Astray idea, and it just was interesting enough for him to take it in his own direction while keeping that spirit alive, and then you dabbled in it as well. And
so I think we all kind of liked what the Enchantress offered. And we had our own approach to deck building.
But we kept a lot of the same things. I mean, Kamy is not playing Invasion like you were. Which means he's got one less aura. You think you had 16?
Yeah, at 16, so I was playing only one Silence and two Invasion. Exactly.
Yeah, Kamy believes in this card quite a lot. He turned me on to it. It's really interesting because when you animate Silence, it maintains its ability. It doesn't silence itself. So it can be an aura still silencing things. And like if you have your Plague or your Famine animated near the silence, it loses the ability of killing itself or dispelling. So we can animate the Famine and attack without it dying to itself on the end of the turn. It's really interesting. So silence is honestly something to look into. The only thing I don't like about it is that it has 3 power. And for an aura, I am not keen on the 3 power auras. They're just.
But I think it's fine for what it offers.
Oh yeah, for sure.
What it offers, I think it's justifiable.
No, I wouldn't cut it anymore. Like he totally convinced me. I'm into it, but I still it is our aura that I feel the worst about animating. The 3 power is quite easy to kill.
And a little low on the minion count, which I kind of understand.
Yeah. Well, he took a lot of the minions that we're both playing out.
I noticed that Tom, and
Peleus, I think.
Yes, Peleus, a
couple others, I think Questing Beast, I'm not sure if you're playing it, but I am. He cut it. I turned my deck in, I tweaked it back towards this, I wanted the Apprentice Wizards. He's playing 3, I'm playing 2 with a Highland Princess. I think it's okay, you're playing Core, Stone, Ring, and the other Core. So, they kind of cantrip in the same way, just that the Highland Princess will get you the exact thing that you need, whereas he's just drawing a card.
And I think even my deck is missing Angel's Eggs, because sometimes you just need that life gain a little bit.
Yes. Well, we were talking during your match that it sometimes feels in the first 20 turns that you can't win with Enchantress, and then all of a sudden you kind of turn it around, and then you just take over the game. So the Angel's Eggs definitely are conducive to that plan, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Infiltrate. So the thing that Kamy put his spin on.
Spin attack
is the spin attack. It was he realized that you can, with these massive auras, spin attack just gets you free damage and then attack again, and it's critical striking in a sense, but all 4 locations get hit, right? So it's really interesting. We'll see it in action.
So let's take a look at JS's deck. He's been out of the spotlight for a little bit, but he's dipping his toes back into the gameplay.
Busy taking care of family, which always comes first. But here he is again, back on.
But he's doing a 60 cards. 60 versus the 50.
The 50. So of course there's going to be a little bit of inconsistencies that Kamy won't experience just due to having 10 extra cards. But this was more curiosity. This wasn't my deck should be 60 cards. This was Gothic. The Gothic, they just introduced with Gothic that we're going to be switching to 60 out of curiosity. Let me see how it runs, kind of thing. So that's what this is. We saw this deck in our first video, I believe, on this channel, right? This channel's first video is JS playing
possibly
the Assorted Animals.
Hard to believe it's almost been has it been 6 months already since our first video? 5 months?
It's very likely.
Wait, that's just quick.
Yeah.
But I'm just wondering, his deck, he's trying to essentially get into the Sylvan Splendor, drawing into the playing the Sylvan Splendor, and then just basically playing a lot of his
I mean, so Sylvan Splendor is definitely a big part of the deck, but as the sorcerer, you have a built-in card advantage. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
so
Like
he
you're
even-
trying to draw cards as
Yeah.
quickly as possible and overpower
yeah,
minions.
he told me on Saturday that like my deck that I built with Sylvan Splendor and Hamlet and the Grey Wolves,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm trying to mulligan to Sylvan Splendor. So I asked him if he's doing the same thing in this deck, and he actually said he's not necessarily trying to find Sylvan Splendor specifically, though it does add a level of explosion to the deck for sure.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it's a Hamlet combo, right? Like you're playing Hamlet with a slew of ordinary minions, maybe minus one. Is this the only? No, these are the only two I think that are non-ordinary. Yeah, these are all ordinary minions because the idea is you play Hamlet and then all your 1 costs cost 0 and your 2 costs cost 1. And then if you get the Splendor, it's everything you play for free just gives you another card, which you play for free, which is another card.
Yeah, exactly.
So this deck actually, because of all the 1 costs, has a resilience to board wipes that say like my Grey Wolf deck doesn't have because they all cost 2.
Yeah.
So it's harder to just rebuild the board, even with the Hamlet.
Yeah, but that's also going back to like a previous video where sometimes just having those smaller minions, like sometimes it's just not enough. So you need like those big, you know. So I get the whole Sylvan Splendor you're drawing, and then Sorcery you're playing with the Hamlet, but it's just sometimes mid game you just have like these 2 power minions, 3 power minions.
Yeah,
it's
they're not
just
really doing much.
I mean, I
got
guess
the
granted,
trinkets.
maybe you have like 2 or 3, so together.
Yeah.
Could
Well, plus
be,
trinket. Right?
yeah. So I
Trinket
mean,
helps.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, then just say quickly, he's using the families, right, to help with his threshold because he is playing a 4-color non-elementalist deck.
Yeah, so that's
it's a lot.
a little greedy on the threshold, but we'll see how it plays out.
And then you got your lightning bolts and your grapple shots, plus of course the namesake Assorted Animal to
Assorted Animals.
get all those away. So
Yeah.
we'll jump into the game and see what they do to each other.
You know, it was a small, intimate game night when we filmed this, and it was kind of nice, you know, like we're all like bouncing ideas off of each other for like deck building.
Yeah.
And like you said, you know, me, you, and Kamy talking about like Enchantress and
Yeah.
you know how he felt about like Sir Tom Tom and Sir Peleus and so on. And sometimes it gives you like that chance to like talk to each other and like bounce ideas and just like
Go a bit.
deck strategy, deck building, kind of.
You just go a bit deeper than only gameplay.
Yeah.
I guess we gotta because we're at a new venue now for our meetups. We're playing at the Abyss in Saint Leonard. Is that fair?
Yeah, Saint Leonard. Yes.
So this is actually our first recording on the table there, and I'm noticing the light is not very clean on the front player's avatar. So we'll tell JS to keep an eye on that for the future videos.
Yes, because we like providing quality content for our viewers.
But also like
and it's easier to see the cards. And,
R.I.P. Frank Frazetta. Like let's see that amazing art.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Yeah,
come on,
for sure.
You gotta see that art. Okay. Anyways, so
the arguments for because we're talking about our cornerstone events, which to be determined for the dates, but like banning the ring for the event seems to be a hot topic right now. If it should be like something that's that should be a thing or not, because it seems like some events are doing that. So because it's like very if you have an early game, it could be very lopsided, and and it could be very difficult to.
Well, I mean, and we even have a game coming up that we played where it basically turned into a ring game, right?
Yeah.
Like even though we had crazy interactions, such amazing back and forths the whole way through, like emotional swings.
Yeah.
It turned into just a ring game.
Yeah, it was a lot of sweaty palms in the game. That's the next video. But
so I have that EDD moment here. So I posted that picture of the witch deck, right, on the group, the full art attempt. Yeah. And I guess it inspired the hell out of JS because we got him as our first showcase of a full art deck on camera. So hope you guys enjoy that. I mean, we can't even necessarily read what the cards do anyways. So it's not like not showing the text ruins the experience for the viewer. They can't see the cards on the screen anyways. It's hard to read that text. So honestly, the full art I think it's perfect. It's amazing. And now full art, as you may or may not know, I'm sure you do know, the foil cards in this game, the back have the full art.
Full art.
So this basically means that JS's entire deck is foiled.
And shame on Kamy for not having a foil ring.
Yeah,
Shame on him. He should just know it.
Yeah, I wish. You know, when I was trying to foil out my Templar deck, and that's another thing. Just to say, one of the best parts about playing with the full art face up is that when someone says, "What does that card do?" and you pull it out, you still get to see the shine and the foil, right? So it's like literally the best of both worlds. You'll never see that full art unless you specifically show it to somebody. But in this case, you can legitimately see both sides of the card. I think it's great. Yeah. So Kamy having the ring, okay, so banning there, but it's also Archimago they want to ban, you know? Like, a lot of communities are doing that, and like, we get it, right? It's not like there's no opinion necessarily about that, because we get it. But I was just saying this morning, it feels a bit bad, because Marco, right, who basically inspired us to make our Elementalist striker deck, like, he's not playing any of the cards that deemed Archie bannable.
Yeah.
And
his deck list is not like a conventional deck list you would see for Archie.
Yeah, there's no Divine Healing, there's no Creator Rise, and there's no Ring of Morgan. Those are the three big offenders, I think, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, but we'll see. We'll see how the community feels. But going back to the game, I really like the full art. It's kind of nice.
Oh yeah, no, it really stands out clean on the camera.
That's just because you're trying to make me spend money on foil. So you're like,
yeah, well,
you're just looking at me. You're like, come on, you have to do it.
I talked to a lot of people, you know, at Geek It or even at these events about, you know, how good the foils are and how nice they are this time. And then I'll just see Lizette in the background just nodding her head and like shaking her head at me like, you drug dealer. Stop that.
Yeah. Funny enough, as you were filming this game prior to filming, there was actually a Magic player that was like looking at Sorcery, and I had showed him the
Lady
Iso foil, and he was like completely blown away by like how like good it looked versus like, you know, the standard Magic foils, which all of them tend to like curve.
Well, ever since they stopped, like the old frame ones are incredible, right? We can't.
Yeah, the old frames are great.
But today's Magic foils are.
Yeah. Anyways. So
Sorcery, the Cassandra.
Sorcery.
Yeah. So it's a bit rough, right, for JS's deck. I mean, they're 2 power at least, but yeah, the ring on turn 1 is kind of rude. You know?
Yeah. So now it's like.
So this is actually.
You have to like card draw, and just like try to overpower with like minions.
Yeah. He's gonna have to. Yeah. Okay, interesting. The floodplain being played on 4. I was literally just gonna say. Enchantress is actually happy to build on the back row and have you come straight from the front, because as soon as you play on 8, you know, whether they played on 2 or 4, it gives them the chance to create the square.
Yeah.
On 7 or 9, and then lets them also have an escape. You know, if JS were to play on 7 and then 6, you know, he's blocking the Enchantress in the back. Now again, maybe not so bad because the auras come and occupy 4 squares.
Yeah, exactly.
But still, at least like, you know, you're okay with the approach from the opponent on 8, since you can create your square to make all your auras survive. But then I was just about to say that, and then he goes and plays the floodplain on 4. The only thing I can think as to why he played the floodplain on 4 is because if he played it on 7, then there's nothing good for him to flood. Yeah. And maybe he's hoping that JS will play a non-water site on 9. Which
yeah, exactly. Flood. So, no, I get it.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so Black Knight, I wanted to talk about Black Knight actually during the deck tech. So Black Knight is actually an interesting thing that JS mentioned to me. It's a 5-cost 3/5, and it costs 2 less if your opponent has less life than you. Let me verify that. Costs 2 less if you have more life than each. Yeah, so if your opponent has less life than you, it costs 3. So it's a 3-cost 3/5 essentially in any aggro or fire deck. And to which JS asked me later on in the night, why isn't Steam Druid playing that card? Right, like Steam Druid is water fire, and it's one of the most aggressive decks right now. Fury Road aside, and like, why aren't they playing it? Like, and it's a good question.
That is a good question.
It's a good card. Yeah. But then I said I came home that night, and then the next day I built a Steam Finder. I call it like a Pathfinder Steam.
Yeah.
I basically just took the Steam Druid deck minus 4 or 5 cards, and I just made it Pathfinder instead. And I was looking at different lists to see if I was missing anything obvious. And there was a Steam Druid version 2.0 which might be from the Steam Druid guy.
Yeah.
And sure enough, that 2.0 is playing Black Knight.
Oh, is it? Yeah,
So,
interesting.
yeah.
Interesting.
So,
and I find a lot of those knights from a third legend sometimes get not like the uniques like the stirs and so on, but like those black, yellow knights. I think they get overlooked quite often.
yeah, the only problem with Brother Knight, Yellow Knight, and all those 3/2s essentially is the 2 power.
Yeah.
Everything in this game kills that. You know, like Vile Imp is the most obvious thing. Every 1-cost minion in this game that's worth playing almost has 2 power.
Yeah, so
like that's the thing. So like, you know, it feels really bad when you play your 3/2 Yellow Knight, Blue Knight, Purple Knight.
Yeah, but you know, some have lance and so on. So
yeah, that's what I mean. You feel that's perfect that you said that, because like you feel comfortable with that lance, so you play it on your 8 or you play it on your grid 13, and then your opponent goes sight Vile Imp, and you hate your life. You know, and it's like playing with Brother Knight. You're like, wow.
I guess that's part of the game. I mean, you can't. You know, it is what it is. I mean, if you're gonna play against an aggro deck that's playing fire,
maybe don't play your Knight there. Right?
Don't play your Knight somewhere maybe where you know they could just play Vile Imp. So, I think strategic placement of your Knights and so on, if you're worried about like them getting pinged by Vile Imp. But then, I mean, I could also say that then next turn they play Jihad, and then they just put Vile Imp in, and they, you know. So I mean, you can't. I don't know. I just have that mindset where you can't prevent everything, so you just try to do the best that you can with the cards that you have, and you can't just say, okay, if I play this here, he might do this, and if this scenario happens, I mean, with this game, there's like the outcomes are so randomized sometimes, so it's just. But I do get the fact that the 2 power can be a bit of can be problematic. I mean, I do agree. Like, you know, with the Ring of Morrigan, you just cast 2 spells, ping your minion for 2, and so on. So I get it. I get it. But I mean, like, look at the Illusionist. It's 2 power.
Yeah.
You know,
recursion.
Okay, it has a recursion, but I mean,
oh, nice. Okay, I was gonna say this is actually not a bad trade for Kamy if both of those beasts go into the Illusionist, but then with the Imp and then a Trinket, it's just such clean trades, and Kamy loses all that value. It's the kind of thing where it feels bad at the moment. Ooh, I think that Black Knight I would have moved to 14 instead. Like, oh well, then again, the pawn is an ordinary. So so Atlantean Fate doesn't punish. Poison Nova would be disgusting though. Oh good god, Poison Nova.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised Kamy didn't play the Observatory on 7. The only reason being is that if JS gets the priority to play on 7 first, then that color out of space is essentially dead. Because like then JS can play on 6 and then 1. Like Kamy can no longer play any sites on that side of the board if 7 gets occupied. So I when I play color out of space on 2, I like to make that
like check that wall, or at least put something where like you said, I would have put it on 6, or at least if they put a site on 12, then I just put it on 6 and it blocks it off, and I still have the 1, so it's still adjacent to the void to kind of But I mean, there's also cards too. Like I learned the hard way a couple matches ago. With you, I think it was a few weeks ago with Earthquake, and then you just switch the sites around. And you lose like your threshold, your mana.
Actually, an Earthquake, which JS is not playing, but an Earthquake on 2 and 3 would mess everything up, right?
Yeah,
put the color out of space into a wacky place and take the Titan Gel or the Joyous Guard and put it in
Joyous Guard,
yeah. So the Ring not doing much right now. Sometimes, honestly, like that night, the first game I played was against a new guy who came to our community, came to our meetup. And he got a Ring on turn 1. But, like, I just had Brother Knight, which he couldn't kill because he could only play 1 spell per turn. And I had Yellow Knight. And I just got in so fast that I was dealing, like, 12 damage every turn. And the Ring didn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
So it's interesting how that can happen sometimes, you know?
Yeah, I've had the approach, too, like, when I'm playing, especially recently. Especially if I draw, like, Ring early. Or if I draw opening hand. I won't play it right away. I'll just wait. Like turn 6, turn 7.
Yeah, just wait a little bit.
Or I feel like, because, you know, they might try to get rid of it, they might steal it, you know, so, and then when I find that, okay, it's really going to be effective now, like they're coming in with their minions, they're feeling super aggressive, I can move up my avatar, play my Ring, ping, 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 you know, and then deal damage and then swing it with my minions. And, or before I, like, when I was playing the game months back. The second I got the ring, I was okay, play the ring, you know. And then I just like a lot of times it would just die. Like it would just die. So
just always carry a scavenging fiend in your sleeve. I mean, in your deck.
Yeah. I don't think. No. There's much better cards to play.
Yeah. Okay, there's the poison.
Speaking of the devil, Poison Nova.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, that's what I mean. Like, I think I would have been inclined to bring the knight to 14, because the thing is that. Why isn't that board dead?
It's nearby.
Oh, there's a Enchantress count. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
The thing about the Black Knight is that moving it to 8 or 14 puts it in the same position to be able to attack a site the following turn, but keeps it away from your concentrated mess of creatures or minions or whatever they're called in this game. So, like, I would have moved it to 14, let him do whatever he has to do, and then next turn I come in with a 3/5 on 9. I mean, we have a different perspective, so it's easier to say these things than in the moment.
Yeah.
But yeah. But I mean, like, you know, from playing the Templar deck, which I always find a way to bring that deck up. I love it.
We should have a game, like, take a shot every time Mark says Templar.
But I will say that Templar deck honestly instilled the PTSD in me of, like, just decks that lose automatically if they get earthquaked or Atlantean faded. Yeah. So you need to not do that.
Oh, you were saying even your witch deck too, that you said a lot of times you'll just lose to like
that's the prison witch deck.
Prison witch,
because it relies too heavily on the sites, which can be easily distorted. So
yeah. No, not your witch aggro, your witch prison. Yeah.
Okay. Thunderstorm is a real good versus small minions. That's a rhetorical statement. A redundant statement. Yeah. Rhetorical statement. It didn't need to be said, but I said it.
You said it.
I said it.
So, Enchantress is doing it, you know, putting in the reps and just right now clearing out the board. I mean, JS, you know, at least he has the sorcerer to like continuously draw a couple of cards. He's not having to play too many sites.
Mm-hmm.
So he has that going for him. But again, going greedy on the threshold because he's playing all 4 can be maybe problematic. I mean, he has to color out of space, so that I think that's helping him quite everything. It took kind of to cover everything, but
there's no double threshold in his deck except for Assorted Animals.
Okay, well.
Oh, yes, there is a non-full art card in JS's deck. I forgot that the lightning bolts are promo cards.
Oh, the promos, yes.
But actually, it looks like he doesn't have the trinkets yet, so I can still win this race for a fully foil deck. I don't count sites.
No.
I don't count sites.
It has to be the sites, or it doesn't. No, it doesn't matter.
Don't get me wrong. Seeing the pawn, I definitely agree. It is much more beautiful to have it full art, the sites. But there's something about the sites for me, for some reason, that feels as though they should be face up with the text and the threshold visible.
Yeah,
like especially in this game, it's so easy. Even with our phones, sometimes we don't even track our thresholds, and like it's really easy to forget the thresholds that we have. So maybe the sites, but I mean that could just be me coping, not wanting to spend the money on the sites, you know, at the same time.
Yeah.
Anyways, so that trinket's putting in a lot of work this game, yeah.
Yeah, the trinket's putting in a lot of work. I mean, it's a very versatile card. You know, it keeps coming back, so you could like bounce it and just play it on any minion and just like get that extra point of damage. So I think JS is probably like, just drawing minions and just like trying to play 2 per turn to really outpace Kamy.
Kamy's stuff. Yeah, like because Kamy's got the card quality, right? JS would be more card quantity, and like overrunning you with these 2 power minions, whereas every one thing that Kamy does is extremely impactful, just by virtue of Enchantress being top tier. You know, I think it's the best in art. I think it's the best in avatar in the game. I think it's better than Archie.
It's like it bends the rules so much. Yeah, it kind of finds like those little loopholes and like, it's. I need to play with it more. I don't have that many reps in with it, and I just, for the longest of time, was like, who cares about Enchantress? I mean, if you animate your auras, but then I didn't realize, like, not really paying attention to all the auras and really thinking to myself, oh, these are creatures too, and like the effects a lot of the auras have are just like really, really good.
It's gotten to the point for me where when I'm playing a different deck and I cast an aura, for a second I go, oh, but I can't attack with this. I can't animate this. This is okay, I guess. But like, no, the card is, like Great Famine is still Great Famine.
Yeah, exactly. So
if my Great Famine can't attack for 4 before it dies, like that's no longer as good, It's like But the craziest thing has always for me been that I can animate my opponent's auras. So an early Jihad that doesn't have 4 squares just dies. Like you can no longer ever do a turn 2 Jihad.
Yeah, I did that to you once, actually. You played a Jihad, and then you get totally spaced out.
I was blanked out.
Yeah, and someone did that to me as well.
Yeah.
And I just, I was like, I'll try. Yeah. I played an aura, and they're just like, oh, I cast a spell, animate your aura, and it dies because, one is, in the void, so I'm like, ah.
I really would like to know how this game would have played out differently if JS didn't let Kamy get square 7. Because even JS's color out of space on 14 could have gone to 7, and then he just doesn't play a sight on 12.
Yeah,
Kamy cannot play a sight anymore on that side of the realm.
I wonder if JS had the more aggressive approach of just blocking Kamy off with sights. So you can only play one spell a turn, kind of. Maybe 2.
Yeah.
And just limiting, pushing it back. He built that wall. He built that path, going straight, from 18 and so on. But I wonder if, like you said, if he had put it on 7, the color space, and then maybe blocked him off at 6, and then... So then Kamy would have no choice but to come this way, and then he could kind of block him off, limiting his...
I have to say, and I'm not actually...
Because a lot of those auras, too, are also dependent on, playing it on your opponent's sides.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, you could play the auras, but if you position your sights in such a way, you can't animate them.
Yeah.
So it's kind of softening a little bit the powerful... Power. Yeah, the power of the Enchantress.
That Thunderstorm is tapped, implying to me he moved as a creature.
Yeah.
Did he not attack the pawn when he did that? Because JS is still at 20. For it to be turned sideways, it has to be...
That would be implied it was... Unless he attacked the creature...
Oh, yeah, okay, maybe I missed that.
And then, attack the creature, then it does 3 damage to itself.
But that's risky, right? Because, then it should be dead. If he attacked the creature, it should be dead. Fuck, I was looking at you while we were talking. I didn't see the...
Yeah, so I think...
Either he just didn't attack and he missed the 4 damage.
Unless he just... No, because I think he just moved it back. Because he had it positioned...
I'm not gonna... I just wanna... Okay, there was a...
I think he just moved it. I don't think he actually attacked. I think he moved it. It dealt 3 damage.
Oh, maybe he got lucky because you see, he looks like he moved it to kill the boss troll, and then at the end of the turn, the 3 damage killed the other troll. Now, here's the problem: did they roll? Because if they didn't roll, then maybe they weren't thinking about the fact that the thunderstorm should be part of the equation. That might be a mistake. Again, I was looking at you.
Yeah,
I missed. But I was. This is not even a joke between us here, but I know I've mentioned this game to you, and I'm not trying to be funny here. So the game Go.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely 100% have started seeing the grid differently since I've been playing Go. I'm thinking a lot more about blockings, like you're saying, and building this way and how they can come in and how they can interact, and if I come here but they go there, I absolutely 100% have started to see the sorcery grid differently ever since I started diving into Go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you tried to get me into that game, but
well, the thing is getting into it or not, it's fine. It's another time consuming activity in our lives of a million activities, especially considering a full game couldn't last 6 hours of Go. And now we're talking about the professional level, so not us. But it was not so much about, hey, you should start playing the game. It's more just there are so many similarities that I started seeing between the two of them, and I'm actually feeling it in the placement of sites. So I have to say I'm really fond of the choosing to dive deeply into Go.
So maybe playing Go could actually help with the grid.
100%.
Grid placement. So maybe for something for people to check out.
Yeah.
And
But even especially for Enchantress, so like to bring it home in full circle. Like I'm not just bringing it up for that. Like Enchantress to me is the one that plays the most similarly to Go, because you're playing in Go. You play your stones on the intersection of a grid, and that's exactly where you're playing. So like placement of the stones matter in terms of your locations, and then you play them on intersections, just like you play auras, right?
Auras, exactly.
So there's create a lot of connections. I tried to actually find if Eric Olafson is his name?
Yes, maybe the pronunciation
used Go as part of his inspiration. And there's an interview I think on the Collector Art House. I read an interview somewhere, and I tried to search, Control F, find Go, or in all of its different names, because in Japan and China and Korea it goes by a different name, and it didn't appear anywhere on there. So it's just a coincidence, and I'm seeing patterns that aren't really there. Whatever. Okay, but anyway, so back to the game.
Yeah, so he played the cat, then he attacked, bolted it.
Cat's actually really scary for JS's deck, right? Because that one cat deals with 2. Minions, and that's like
that cat is really, really good. I played in my Druid deck. It's just so good.
Yeah.
So sure, you play a pawn that costs 1 less, and you could just like play it on any water site. It's just sometimes your opponent's like, okay, I've literally like played it, turn 3 directly on the opponent's avatar site.
Yeah.
And they're just like, okay. And then you're just like, attack. So even if you just like attack twice, it deals like 8 damage. So now they have to really deal with this.
Oh yeah. Which is why, just even in the situation here, Kamy still got his 2-for-1 because he pulled out an attack, so minion dies plus the bolt, right? So he actually absorbed 5 damage onto his cat, which is even more value.
Yeah.
Right, but like JS had to, he couldn't let the cat. He couldn't pass for 1 more turn, I don't think, because the cat could just do a lot of damage. Also, he only played 1 spell, it seems.
So funny enough, we were just talking about this, so now the silence will silence the thunderstorm, losing its ability.
Yeah, so it won't shoot or die at the end of the turn.
Yeah.
So that thing is just going to stay there forever, and you can attack for 4 continuously on the...
But what's he attacking?
He can right here he attacked the wild boar. That was on the mirror.
So, but next turn he can attack the pawns.
Yeah, because the silence is still touching.
The silence is still touching the observatory. Yeah. So, I mean, obviously he can't go down because it will die from square 15. So he has no choice but to attack the. So I mean, I guess it's a bit of a. Yeah, it's an interesting combination between the two. I might have to put 2 silence back into my deck.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think you have the wrong ratio. It should be probably 2 silence,
1 invasion. Yeah. And maybe talking about sorcery, we had recently acquired a box of Wave 3 beta, and I don't know your experience, but you saw the packs, they were comically loose, and poorly packaged. I don't know if people are watching this, if they had that same experience, or it was just a box that we got that was I don't know, maybe it was end of the shift and the guy's I'm leaving early, it's Friday.
Well, I think it was a machine that passed the...
No, but the operator, machine operator. And he's I'm done.
Yeah. Speed up, put the speed 11, crank this thing to 11.
Oh yeah, I want to finish an hour early, let's go. And so I want to know, but the cards were perfectly fine, but the packs were extremely, it was very, very strange.
One of my boxes, I don't remember if they were loose packs or not, but they were just very hard to open, extremely hard.
Well, I had, I don't know if you remember, I had trouble opening 4 or 5 packs.
Ones, I
was like, holy dear Lord.
Holy dear Lord, yes.
Yeah. So not, I mean, Kamy is just, coasting.
He's doing a lot, though. I mean, that common, what is that? What is that? Cottagers? No, the fire one. Those are the blacksmith family?
Yeah, I think, I'm not familiar with the exact sexing.
Yeah,
Blacksmith
family. So that's just dying to the thunderstorm, right?
Yeah.
Or even just Enchantress can just double ping.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think now we're gonna start seeing the ring be, because now Kamy's got 7 mana.
Mm. Oh, especially now with abundance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the ring calls for a lot of disenchant effects, we'll say. Dispel, all that garbage. The presence of Enchantress in the world might call even greater for those effects than the ring. Like, all these auras, all JS has to do is move up 1 square and target 8. Or no, it doesn't have to move, actually. He just has to just play disenchant. And you wipe out so much power. Like, Kamy's got 2 cards in his hand.
Yeah.
But those auras are going to stick there for a very long time. So it's like almost as if they're in his hand, in the sense that he didn't just play them when they're gone, right?
Yeah.
So one disenchant effect. Like, I was playing against Annie one time, and she just went turn 2 common sense for a disenchant. And it was like, yeah. The minute I'm relying on drawing these auras, and the minute I play it thinking it's going to swing the game in my favor, you're just going to... And,
yeah, exactly.
It's over, goodbye.
So now Kamy could really deal 4 damage per turn, which is pretty good with a thunderstorm. So you got there the
porcupine.
Okay.
So I think this came up in a question, and they called me over. So I hope I gave the correct ruling, because we're about to see it happen. Silence mentions sight. Therefore, it should silence submerged minion. Location would be region-based, and target would be region-based. But I believe sight doesn't care about region. So the card silence says minions occupying affected sites lose all non-basic abilities. So that porcupine is occupying the affected site, and it's underground. So I'm pretty sure silence hits it, which is
silence is.
Well, if it moves over.
Yeah, if it moves over, yeah.
Because right now that porcupine is starting to kill all the auras, right?
Yeah.
So, like, Kamy has to deal with it, and the ring can't. Just to add insult to injury, Kamy's got a Grandmaster Wizard in his hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that Captain Balthazar also?
Quite possibly, yeah.
Ooh,
he
Assorted Animal for 16,000?
How many mana does he have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he played Porcupine for 1, so he's got 4 left, so he can get 4 beasties. Which he definitely has. I mean, Porcupine is a beastie. This guy's a beastie.
Sly Fox.
Yeah, really good card, Sly Fox.
Snow Leopards.
Yeah.
So
all the 1 costs are beasts for sure. Actually, everything is a beast. No, not the boss control. Yes, all the 1 costs are beasts. Yeah. The idea being that he wants a max value on Assorted Animals. Which actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I should cut that from my Grey Wolf deck. It's really just getting the Grey Wolf. And like, what's that pig?
Squeaker.
Squeaker.
I kind of like that deck that you built, though. It's kind of like, when it does its thing, it's like, you're like, okay.
16 power Wolpentinger, why not?
I'll Link and Poison Nova.
Yeah,
and you're just like, oh. Yeah. Oh, you play 7 more creatures? Oh, Death Dealer? Yes, please.
Yes. Death Dealer's nuts. I'm kind of curious to see how and when / if a card like Grandmaster Wizard becomes a thing of the past. Right? Like, because right now it's our only thing that really does that.
Mm-hmm.
But 6 for 3 is pretty bad.
Well, 6 for 3, but I mean, like, the thing is, there's like, you might say, okay, it's bad, but then there's like cards like Geistwood.
Yeah, but
there's Death Speaker.
Bad is the wrong word. I shouldn't say bad.
No, I think a card like that is going to be quite relevant for a few years. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't seen the release of Gothic.
Yeah.
But if there's nothing that's really going to I don't think there's going to be stuff like, on the same level as Grandmaster Wizard. There might be like some setbacks. There might be some, because you got to figure, okay, Grandmaster Wizard is air. So you got to figure maybe there might be something with water, fire. So to kind of give each other element like its own power versus like saying, oh, it's irrelevant. We're going to give now water it's Grandmaster Wizard. Right. Then the set after will give or whatever it's, and so on. Because you have like airs, like, you have the Apprentice Wizard, the Grandmaster. So it's like, it can be like quite tough sometimes. You just draw. So, I mean, and that's why I find like a lot of times playing with water, like heavy water decks, like the draw sometimes can be a bit tough.
A bit rough, yeah. So I just want to make a quick correction here. Pond are affected by abundance. So last turn JS had an extra mana.
Oh yes, that's true. Yes.
Okay, he just dumped everything on square 12.
I don't know if I would do that, but
well, I mean, look, you're basically telling your opponent, do you have your second Poison Nova? Because if they don't, then, well, I guess spin attack is kind of gross too. And the way Enchantress works, right? You play a card and you can animate before targeting, basically. Even so you can play spin attack, animate the abundance, and then the abundance can be used as the spin attacker, the spinning attack meta.
That's bananas.
That's Pompetti also, eh? Abundance is Pompetti?
Yes.
There's actually a lot of Pompetti art in this game.
I love his art.
Which is not a bad thing.
No, his art is phenomenal.
Yeah. Let's
probably top 3 artists for this game as of yet. We'll see what other new artists.
Top 3 artists of the game.
I'd say so.
Is that a personal, emotional statement, or you think it's objective enough? I mean, art. We're not gonna. Okay, I get it. Art, objective. I get it. Relax, everybody. But like, you know what I'm saying when I say that.
For my personal opinion.
Yeah. Top 3.
Top 3. Yeah.
Yeah. I think.
Because when you look at his cards,
what was your favorite? Do you have a favorite?
I mean, I kind of really like the Highland Princess.
That's Pompetti.
Yeah.
So is he your favorite? You think so?
Yeah, it's pretty up there.
Make the claim.
It's pretty up there.
Oh, Backstab is a stunning. Yeah. You want to talk about Wave 3 colors? Look at Backstab. If you open any Backstabs in your box, go back and check it out.
Yeah.
A stunning, and that's also Pompetti.
Yeah. So.
Wow, there's a lot of cards. This is a lot of cards. This is great. Teleport, Critical Strike. Those are in our deck. Vivian, of course. Ruler.
Of course, ladies.
Lady.
Yeah, it's always like the lady and the Highland are like, I don't know. They really stick out.
Yeah.
I do need a foil Highland Princess.
Yeah. There's 2 on Enter the Battlefield.
Shh. Back to the gameplay.
Yeah.
So he has 2.
Okay, so you see he moved his silence over, right? That's what I was saying. Okay, it makes sense. But it's like JS can do a lot of DiMaggio here. I mean, it looks like Kamy used all of his mana to double Wizard, right? He played Simulacrum to copy the Wizard. So,
but that next turn that gives him a lot of.
Oh, right, because they get silenced, so they lose Submerge, so they die automatically. They don't just lose the lethal; they lose Submerge also.
Yeah.
Rip. Rip.
Yeah, that's.
Okay, but now JS has, 2 of them will get blocked unless he animates the abundance.
I mean, at this point, does Kamy start attacking the pond? I would think that would probably be the way you would want to go. I mean, to start getting JS. I mean, JS is still at 20. Start getting into points. Okay, so he's getting rid of his minions slowly. So maybe JS playing 60 cards wasn't so bad, considering he's having to
dump and dig through everything.
Yeah.
Well, his whole deck is there's a pile of redundancy, right? So I don't know how much inconsistency he really gains by having 10 extra cards. I think for me it's Severine Pinot. There's something about her. Well, okay, Frazetta just. I put Frazetta over everything, not necessarily because it's the better art or he's the better artist, just more like that style speaks to me.
Yeah, okay.
But But because I see it as ethereal, that's the right word or use of the word, or like I see it as from like another planet, another plane. I don't consider it in the pool. So when I say Séverine Pinault is my favorite artist, it doesn't consider that Frazetta is actually who I'm seeing as the peak. Do you know what cards she has? You might be surprised if you don't.
I know the avatars, yeah.
The Four Waters, the Kythera, the Stone, Merlin, the Queens, the Ring is her. The Salmon, the Splendor is her.
Yeah, I've seen some of her new art coming for Gothic. Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah. Just absolutely beautiful. Yeah, okay.
I find when I go, wow, what is this art? It's usually either Pompetti or Pinot.
Mm-hmm. So now JS is just trying to navigate the waters. I mean, right now he's got to think, okay, the silence is 3. Because now he's got to look at the auras like creatures. So he's like, okay, the abundance is 5.
I mean, he's got 8 damage, -2 from the simulacrum, which can block, right?
I wonder if, like, what do you think? The approach right now is just to, like, start going in heavy?
Yeah.
With the minions? Just
I think so. Every turn that JS takes, from maybe I would say from the silence turn, even the silence and thunderstorm from that turn, but definitely from the abundance turn, every turn that passes here is going to just be one. It's going to incrementally get worse and worse for JS. Yeah. He needs to start ending the game as soon as possible.
Okay, well, he just grapple shot
to kill a thunderstorm.
Yeah. So, but I mean, damn, Kamy's got a full hand. I mean, that's going to be really tough for JS to really crawl back, and he's got.
Oh yeah, one spin attack ends the game, right? And like that's what I'm saying. Like if JS stays where he is because he's afraid of coming in, he's just going to get spun attacked. You know. Yeah, block 1. But doesn't Jess have a bunch of trinkets in his hand? Like, is there any reason he's not giving the trinkets?
That is true.
You know, and also I'd be curious to know. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Trinket for 1 extra. Oh, what's going on here?
Okay.
Oh, okay, because Kamy is aware. In theory, Kamy is aware of the trinket. So, like, that 3rd damage is never getting in.
Okay.
Now, I see, like, now you need to put the boar on 14.
Yeah.
Because, like, again, you just did the alpha, the alpha strike, the mini alpha strike, but you're back in that position of board wipe kills me. So, you gotta. I know that
the Enchantress, like, especially me looking, I'm like, okay, if he plays a Poison Nova, like it kills all my minions, then he has like, abundance as a 5 power creature.
Yeah.
Next turn, just like start swinging it for 5.
Yeah. But also everything again is so close to the ring now, so it would be interesting to know how much life was gained from the ring, and if he would be at death's door at this point if it wasn't for the ring. Like has he gained 9 life, Kamy? It's very likely. I am surprised to not see common sense in JS's deck. So no, maybe not. Maybe not actually. No.
Atlantean Fate.
Yeah, so he pings something first before the Fate comes in.
Yeah. I mean, Kamy getting the ring early game too is like, yeah, I agree.
Oh, right. So Kamy is not animating the abundance because of silence, is that right? Whoa. Where'd the Hamlet creature go? Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah. That should be...
Hamlet is an ordinary.
Yeah, so that minion should actually be back on square 12. But to be fair, I've like I had that reaction immediately. I'm like, oh yes, it's true. Then it doesn't affect ordinary sites.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but says that the problem isn't necessarily the boar. The problem is that if they think that Hamlet is affected, then JS might cast minions for their full cost, which is no bueno, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a weird place for that bridge. Well, I guess he wanted to close another square. But he's equally happy to close the 11th square also for the Atlantean Fate, you know? Yeah, so it's silencing the abundance is not crazy either because now JS doesn't get the extra mana.
So now he's just going to Pound Town.
Yeah. And then next turn the...
I wonder if JS here will realize that his minion... Yeah. Okay, so there we go. All right.
Nice. Good for you.
So... But still doesn't make his life any easier.
No. But see what I'm saying is like, look at the grid 8. Square 8. One, that you disenchant target 8, they all die, and there's all probably... I mean, okay, at this point, Kamy drew 6 cards a turn ago, 2 turns ago, so we're in a different world, but, you know, like, I don't know how many Enchantress players in our community or in general are thinking about that, where, like, yeah, you're occupying 4 sites, but they're all touching the same one, so one disenchant hits everything, you know?
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of funny, actually, because I wanted to mention it a while ago, I forgot. I actually think the blink on turn 2 was not good for Kamy. Now, I don't know how much it matters in the long run, but like had he stayed at 3 and just cast the blink for the draw, that first Poison Nova would have hit everything. It wouldn't have left a minion or 2 on the board.
Yeah, I just think he didn't want to be in this because he saw like the bridge coming in, so he says, okay, in case he has like a grapple shot or something where he could come in and like strike me, so I'll just move aside. So I get the thinking. Me personally, I maybe would have done the same because Sorcerer tends to be really aggressive decks. So
yeah. So JS has to go in on 14.
See, this is like going back to the problem of you have like these smaller cost minions, but now Kamy has like Atlantean Faith, which is 5. Abundance is 5. So it's tough to...
Yeah, and...
You know, you almost need like 3 minions now to like deal with these...
And the worst part is that it makes silence at a 3 power look actually, you know, overwhelming.
Yeah, exactly, so... Which is why I never kind of gravitated to those kind of decks where it's like...
You know, which is funny because the reason why I did was because I chose the Wolves, which pump themselves, right?
Feast for Crows? Feast for Crows? Maybe? Feast? You ever play against Feast for Crows?
Oh, you ever been kicked out of my house? Because I can play that game, no problem. No problem.
Sure.
Oh, but yeah, somebody was telling me actually they made a Grey Wolf deck with the King, Arthur, and Queen, with the idea that they're going to banish their entire deck by naming Grey Wolves, so that the only thing they draw is King and Queen for the combo with the Wedding Hall.
Jesus.
Yeah, isn't there also a card that says search a library for some number of beasts and banish them?
I'm not certain.
No, beast isn't going to work. There's too many beasts. Then here, Kingswood Poacher. Search a spellbook for up to 3 beasts, banish them. But that's only 3 though. 4 costs 3 power. Spells.
So, Kamy is just, I think, taking his time, probably weighing out all his options.
Yeah, so play Elementalist, play Arthur and Queen combo, and Feast for Crows, and So
you have to draw the winning.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though, is that you can still play the Grey Wolf game where you can have five fives, right? So like, it's not crazy. It's definitely jank and a brew, and all in theory, but there's some validity bordering on soundness.
How much you get out of your
I gotta kick myself. Yeah, that's fair.
See yourself out. Yeah, I'd be a little discouraged right now being in JS's position. I mean, he's got what, Warhorse, Grapple Shot, looks like,
and Hammer,
and Trinket. Yeah. He's probably weighing out his options. I mean, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. It seems like. So you can play Warhorse, Grapple Shot.
I mean, he can Warhorse Grapple Shot to the Abundance, maybe, if he really wants to kill. Or you can like.
You can't kill it.
Well, he attacks after.
Yeah, but Grapple Shot.
Oh, it's fine. Yeah, I was thinking about the Trinket. I was thinking about the Trinket.
You would have to play the Trinket on the Warhorse. Yeah, but you would have to do all of that,
Yeah, that's too much manas, though, because the Abundance is turned off by the Silence. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough position to be in.
I'm sure he's feeling a bit of a sense of dread / helplessness.
Yeah, as the French would say, découragé.
Yeah.
Not.
They would say that.
They would.
But I mean, like, look at next turn. But the thing is that Atlantean, like, the auras can never come into the Avatar's location, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, he wants to attack the Silence. Yeah. Okay. Well, see, here's the problem. Okay, the problem is that when you are the beatdown deck and you turn into the control, it's usually not good.
Yeah.
Like, I think the control deck is so happy when they watch the 3 damage not go to their face, Like, I think Kamy makes that trade every single day of the week.
So Kamy right now can cast 2 spells and deal 10 damage.
Oh, 11 with his wizard, right?
Oh, yes, he has a wizard too. So if he could deal 12 damage this turn, put JS on that store.
Wait, how Death's Door?
No, I'm saying he has to put him in. He has to give him 12. He has to cast 2 spells, animate 2 auras, that's 10. Yeah. The wizard's 11, but he needs 1 more.
Yeah.
To put him to that store, so
there's certainly no Trinket in.
No. Unless he's able to bring the Enchantress closer to JS. Well, I mean, now you could strike sites, so I mean.
Yeah, but I think swing attack mentions unit. Strike every unit at the location.
Strike every unit, yeah.
Yeah, well, we noticed that. Yeah, we noticed the same thing with critical strike, where we were like, "Oh my god, Delcian Phalanx can attack for 10." It's like, no, it needs to hit a unit. Critical strike says unit. Each enemy.
Okay, each enemy. Yeah. So let's get Captain Balthazar.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just a rude card.
And I find actually when I play against Kamy, he always tends to get that card when I'm already losing,
I think I'm just going to put it in my Enchantress deck and be like, hey, Kamy, you want to play a game? And I'll just somehow manage to put it in the top 3.
Oh, yeah. Well, I feel like the card is actually not that good early on, right? Because like you really want to have the manas to cast the things that he's getting.
Yeah.
But it's really insane how it's just attack, attack a unit or a site. Whereas the, what is it, an exceptional? The one, there's another one that does a similar effect, but it's only 1 card, not 3, and it's I think when it either attacks or kills a unit. So it's like, the restriction is intense and the payoff is low.
Okay, so you put some...
Oh, right, because the avatar with blink can attack. So there's a 12 damage.
There we go.
Dirty boy. Yeah, we're just
yeah,
there's nothing we can do, you know.
Yeah,
honestly, look, I would say really good showcasing for the potential of the Enchantress deck, and also really good showing of resilience from the Assorted Animals deck. So I think overall, I think even if we could pinpoint the moment where there was just no more chance for JS, I think still good game. Showcases a lot of things. Oh my good god, that's true. We didn't see Wildfire all game.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's
Wildfire
true.
would have just ended. There, honestly, be happy that Wildfire didn't show up, because if it did, there wouldn't actually be this video.
Yeah, I think this video would be like 20 minutes.
Yeah, we wouldn't be uploading this video.
Yeah. So congrats to Kamy on his first appearance.
First appearance and winning. So good for him.
So congrats to him, and you know,
he has another video maybe in 2 weeks. I think.
In 2 weeks against me. Yes,
we'll see if he can maintain. Maintain that streak, or if he becomes a scrub like the rest of us.
Yep. We're all scrubs.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's like you said, he's really enjoying the game.
Yeah.
Seems to have.
Oh no, he loves it. I mean, I met him at Geek playing Lorcana every Sunday, and when he played his first game of this, the joke instantly became Lorcana's stupid game sucks. It doesn't. It's just like, it's clearly in the hierarchy of games, it is definitely the most beginner friendly and like a baby version of other card games. You know?
Yeah, but
so
that's
it's still fun, and the nostalgia is intense, and Disney characters, everyone, even if you don't like Disney, you like Disney. So like the game is still good and everything, but yeah, like you compare it to Magic or this, and it's just like you're just not using your brain to the same degree as you are in this game.
So yeah, I think that wraps up our video. And
so if you're still here with us after an hour and 2 minutes, we appreciate you, and we'll see you in the next one, which spoiler is also an hour.
Yes.
Okay.
Take care.